Hi, my name's Jem Whitehouse. I studied my A-levels here at Solihull Sixth Form, left in 2003, and I studied A-levels in English literature, history, maths and French.
My name's Richard Paul, I'm 22 and I left the college in 2009 and I studied history, politics, philosophy and French, and I currently work for an international development organisation called International Service.
Okay, so at KPMG I work within audit. I'm now an audit manager, and that involves looking after a portfolio of about 6 to 7 clients, varying sizes, so some of them are big multinational clients and some of them are smaller owner-managed businesses or entrepreneurial businesses, and I manage the accounts for them, which is effectively preparing and reviewing their financial statements and being able to sign off on an audit report.
Well, I went on to university to study politics and international relations, and that's where I got my interest in international development, and from that I needed to really build up my experience in the sector. So I went and volunteered a lot with my local community, so for instance at Oxfam, and then I also went on a volunteering scheme, which is a government funded initiative called International Citizen Service, which is a scheme which government funds for 18 to 25 year olds to go away, get some experience in international development anywhere in the world, and it's free, which is obviously fantastic and definitely should be something your students should look at. So I went with International Service, the charity I now work for, to Burkina Faso, and I worked in a research capacity for the Paralympic Committee there. So it was a great role, it's so much fun, I learned so many new skills, and that sort of set me up in terms of employability to get the role I'm currently in.
I was quite conscious that I didn't have a gut feel that I wanted to go to university after I finished my A-levels. Had the grades to do so, and all of the advice that I was being given here at the college was to have a look at going into university. At that stage I didn't feel like there was as much guidance around going into other areas that didn't involve university, and I think a lot of people felt that was the default option for furthering your career and being able to be successful in the future. For me, another 3 years of studying wasn't really what I felt like doing. I did go on to study, but in a slightly different way. I just struggled to see the link between 3 years at uni and how that actually helped me with my career. So instead, what I looked into and found was the KPMG School Leaver Scheme. They call it School Leaver Scheme. It's for people of the age of 18 who have just done their A-levels, all equivalent, join the firm and train to be an accountant from the age of 18. So I found that and I thought, excellent, that is what I need to do, and I did.
Hi, my name's Toby Roughton. I studied further maths, economics and politics at college, finished in 2012. I've now moved on to KPMG as an auditor.
My name's Joseph Childs. I work for KPMG, it's an accounting company. I finished at Solihull Sixth Form in 2012, and I studied ICT, statistics and business studies, and I did an AS in PE.
I chose this because it gives me a chance to do work experience as well as get my degree at the same time. For me, getting work experience is the most important thing, because when you graduate without experience, I think you'll struggle, you won't be as far ahead of those who do have work experience.
I think employers are looking for skills such as confidence, punctuality, communication skills with people, and not being afraid to sort of get on with work, quite hard working.
I think some of the key skills at the moment, given the current climate, is try and have as many transferable skills as you can have. So things like being able to work under pressure, to deadlines, leadership skills, but I suppose most critically communication skills and interpersonal skills, because whatever role you're working, it will be people-centred. You know, you work with others, you interact with others, and if you work in a business, you'll definitely be interacting with the public. So making sure you have effective communication skills, verbal as well as written.
The skills that KPMG look for are something that I'm really involved in at the moment, because I'm now an interviewer for the KPMG School Leaver Scheme, so I see a lot of bright and eager 18-year-olds coming to join us, and or hopefully coming to join us. And the things that really set people apart is people who've got something a little bit different about them. Doing your research is really important for whatever interview you're going for, really understanding why is that company different to all of their competitors, and I think that kind of rings a bell with people when they're interviewing you. but also what have you done? You know, perhaps you haven't just gone to college and done your A-levels or equivalent, but you've done something that sets you apart. And they're the people that seem to stand out.
I think the career passport scheme is a great idea, and I wish it was around when I was at college, because I certainly would have taken the initiative and done it, because now it is so competitive out there, and you do need to take yourself apart, and you will find if you do go on to maybe go into the world of work or onto university, if you can't initially get the job straight away, you will have to go and get some experience. And I know when I was at college, I focused a lot on my academic side, but maybe not so much on my real work experiences. So the ability for students to be able to get some real work experience in placements which fit into their studies, which is incredibly important and also are a financially viable thing to do, is so important. It is a really great opportunity.
Career passport scheme, I think, is really vital for students. I think what it gives you is, first of all, the chance to research what is out there and understanding that university isn't the only option, that there are other apprenticeship or otherwise options. I think the other thing it gives you as well is just a bit of time to reflect and start thinking about not just your academic studies, but what are the skills that you need to possess to be successful in whatever area of the world you decide to go into.